Hey guys, welcome to another first place video, and today we're starting off right on RBCD, and I'm able to keep first here, but then I believe Zoan gets like a draft. I couldn't tell he was drafting me because of like the lag bumps, and then I'm able to draft him back immediately. He actually does like a really good play. He throws this green up like off the wall on the right, and I have like nowhere to go. Like I can't not get hit by that green and still keep first. Like no matter what, I'm in like checkmate there. Then I get past this TC and I'm just doing whatever I can to pass it here, and I do, and then I back up so I don't get like pushed off. And we're chilling now. Don't want to be in last. Unfortunately, I don't post shock at 30, which was pretty annoying. If you see like 3 people got bombed up here, and I think in this event like free candy was pissing me off, so I was like doing my best to like try and hit him here. I don't remember, but yeah, I was like letting my demons out on that guy. So yeah, I pulled golden. This is not what you want here. Like right now, I just want to have a dodge. Like the pack is split, so you know, people in the back need to be catching up soon. Shock ends up like getting used here, and that's fine for me. It's before the items, so it's like no biggie. But unfortunately, I'm just unable to get a box, and that's one thing I really dislike about moving item sets in general. It's just difficult to get a box often. But regardless, the pack is a bit closer. That blue shell helps, but triple shrooms is not what you want in this situation. Like again, I'm trying to either get like a dodge or like a golden or something. However, I do get a box in 8th. And I pulled triple shrooms, which is pretty decent. First actually fell off, so the pack is getting even closer now. And I can like actually get into a top spot with this. So yeah, I use my shrooms to try and catch up, but last falls off the shock and uses it. So that was a really weird or interesting shock. And now this POW, this is like my key to the race. Like I can do so much damage with this POW. A lot of people in low tier would just spam that like, oh, a POW, what's that gonna do? What's a POW gonna do? You're gonna see. I slow down a couple positions, I get a really lucky golden, and no one in front of me has items. And knowing this, I can just drive this section completely safe, and I don't have to think about people's items until right here. And see, I know there's a green, one person throws up a fib, and I know that bill is gonna drop before they get to me. And I'm just all set to run here in first. Again, I don't want to go for the rail lap 3 just in case there's like a POW, and shot comes in, but it's too late and no dodges, so I win the race. The next race is on Koopa Cape, and this one is also pretty strange. So it starts off with you know, second just disappearing from the room. But, you know, I try and bag here to choose something good. Someone DCing means, like, the item probabilities are slightly different. So getting a shroom in 7 is actually, like, kind of unlucky. After avoiding the TC, I go up here to chain my shroom, and I just miss the box like a noob. But it's okay, this box will spawn right in front of me, and then I just do a shroomless like a pro. At this point, though, I really want to get a dodge. Like, I'm slowing down a bit, hoping that, like, a moving item box will respawn, but yeah, I don't get so lucky with that. Yeah, I guess burn my shrooms here to, like, I don't know, give myself some dopamine, and then I bag. Again, triple shrooms is not what I want, and then I miss the boxes again. I'm so good right now. Luckily for me though, shock was not in play, so I do end up getting another box here, and triple shrooms again. So, you know, I burn these, and then I finally get a star hit at this box, and, you know, I'm gonna save this, and try and predict shock with it. At this point, I didn't have, like, a great idea of, who had shock or when it would be used, but, I do remember looking at the minimap and seeing how the top spots were pretty broken away, and seeing how like that guy got TC'd in the back, and the guy in last was already quite far. I figured I should just use my star here, because I'm in 7th, right, in an 11-player room. I end up getting really unlucky and rolling a blooper, but I do dodge the shock, so that makes up for it. And then for the first time this race, I actually get a triple shroom pull that I want in 4th for set lap 3. Now, I don't use it my first shroom through the Shroomba because it's a little bit faster overall to save that final shroom to instead take the ending cut. I do the second cut here. The player in front of me got messed up by the water current. There's a specific line you need to take.
I just heard the blue. I didn't know where it was. I didn't want to get caught in the explosion. Oh my god.
So it's extremely common for blue shells to lag at the beginning of the pipe on Koopa Cape, and the best way to prepare for that is just to listen for the audio cue of the blue shell. You can usually hear the blue a couple frames before you see it on screen, and that slight change, or that slight time difference, is usually enough to react. Next race we have GC and Waluigi Stadium. This is like a really technical track and front run heavy, and I'm going to win this race by not front running or doing many technical things at all. So you see I don't get the best wall bounce there, and this guy touches a box in 3rd, and it's a bomb! Yippee! So that sucked.
I'm in 3rd, I guess.
So at this point, I'm looking at the map, and I see how far last is, and I just want to spam my stars to catch up. Because again, this is just like a running track. It's really powerful to be in the front here, and I don't want to bother like trying to predict the shock. I'd rather just try and catch up, and maybe dodge the shock while doing so. I'm trying to like roll shrooms at this point, and I'm just not getting any of those. And to my surprise, like there still hasn't been a shock at this point. It just means that like last almost certainly just can't pull it. Maybe they're missing boxes or something, who knows? But yeah, this TC in 8th isn't best, and that golden's like, you know, the worst item I can pull in my hopes of getting another dodge. But last ended up finally pulling shock, and take note, it got used at 122, or 121 technically. So 151 is when the next shock will be available, and because it takes 30 seconds for it to be back in play. So I pulled this bullet bill, and my plan is just to predict the shock, right? And it's really important to like know where the item sets are, because that will tell you like when exactly a shock is like pullable. So seeing now that's past 151, last just went past the set, so I used the bill and I dodged the shock. And it takes me all the way to first place, just barely.
What was that angle, dude?
Now you know I gotta have Grumble in here, so this is like a pretty sick Grumble race. So I start off, I don't even remember how this starts off. Oh yeah, I go for this bomb, and it somehow hit no one, and then I'm just not paying attention and get billed. It's fine though, because it's GV. It's like, you're never in a bad spot lap 1. And you know, I'm still gonna try and catch up, but unfortunately I just roll a blooper in 9th, so I can't take the rock. So I have to go around with these triple shrooms, but you know, it's still okay. I can just still try and get a star. So that's my goal, and there's my star. So now I'm just looking at the map, gonna try and predict shock, look at when last is like not taking any cuts. Now, seeing that last is trimming, I continue to hold my star, and you know, this is a pretty safe bet to use your star. I think last was in Bill, but there was a POW anyway that forced me in regardless. And luckily for me that there just wasn't a shock, so I'm actually able to just take the rock with my shrooms, and then I just end up using these shrooms kind of badly, but it works out. Like, shock just gets used right after, as no one had it yet, and you know, the red passes me because the shock delays like the target on the red. And at this point, I'm really going to be greeting for a shroom. I know I can pull a TC, but knowing me and my insatiable greed on Grumble Volcano, I have to go for a shroom. I go for a top path for the POW. The POW gets used early, and I just barely hop dodge it. There's like a little bump on that uphill path there that I was able to just get the perfect like timing with the POW and dodge it. So that was pretty cool. And GV has a lot of those little nooks and crannies that make hop dodging a little bit easier. So that is, it's really good to like know your shit on GB. And there's a win. Now this last race is from a 2v2 squad queue event, so like pretty much everyone in the room is calling, so I guess that's like pretty important. Delfino is a pretty like shock reliant track, so like people will like bag pretty heavy for shock here. I do remember being excited. I got this golden and I got forced to use it because of the bomb. Like if I don't use my golden there, I'm 99% sure I'd get caught in the blast. Maybe I can just mini turbo and it's enough, but I didn't think so, so I just used my golden and I got frustrated. So I bagged and got another one.
Yes, you see,
Yeah, I should be fine.
So yeah, that TC is not going to be close enough to hit me, so I'm just able to keep going on here in third. And you know, I heard the fib, so I just go wide. I'm already in that line. This single shroom is very good, so I can take the cut. And first has a shroom as well. And, you know, there's a power that comes here. I'm able to dodge it. First doesn't dodge it. First gets, like, I think, power-redded and, like, drops the shroom. And shot gets used, like, right before I shroom into cut. If, like, I used my shroom, like, a little bit earlier, or shot came, like, half a second later, I was, like, so screwed. Like, that shock was still bad for me, but at least I'm, like, you know, not completely owned by it. My teammate calls the blue, and then second runs into this banana, and then I'm able to get a draft off of Nat, who is now in second, and that puts me in the first place here. So at this point, I'm just going to be trying to drive fast. I know my teammate will like combo blue if there's one, and yeah, I'm keeping my item in my inventory to be like anonymous with it, and I throw the green off like the wall here to try and get a cool snipe, but he avoids it, and then I put these items there, and now I know that second is going to go for the cut, so I'm expecting to be second coming out of it, so I try and go for a nano snipe, but his teammate like calls the blue, and as I fall, Lucky's room in second, so I dodged the blue, but if that blue's never called, I guarantee you they make it to the line at the end. But yeah, thanks for watching.